Even if this thing turns out half as good as it looked stock, I'm happy. What I recommended. What's good? It's your boy Chevy back with another video. What we're about to do today is we're actually going to do something that is going to make me so happy. And this is going to be changing out this piece right here on my 2014 Chevrolet Silverado. This thing right here is so bothersome, right? Because if you're sitting here, like right now I got a hoodie on, but hold on, let me show you guys. If I'm sitting here, I'm driving, boom, 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 and I don't have a hoodie on, that thing is scratching right into my elbow. Take a look at this thing. Look at that thing. Horrible. Now this thing has been like this since I owned the vehicle, and really we're going to change this thing out. I was looking to see if there was anywhere out there that had this full piece right here. Can't find it anywhere. So what we're going to do is actually replace this leather top vinyl piece. So let's go ahead and jump into the install. I hope you guys are excited to see this. I am excited to change this thing out. Hopefully everything, fingers crossed, works out well. Let's get into the install. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is actually take this little rubber piece out of here. See if I can get it into here. This bad boy. Boom, pull that up, get that out of there. That doesn't need to be in there. All right, next thing we got to do is, you see on the bottom here, you have these pieces. There's no screws down here to take out. What you actually got to do is actually pry here and pull down here. As you guys can see, that side sort of popped out. This is what I have my trim tool for. Hopefully it helps a little bit. And you're really just prying underneath here to separate this piece right here from the lid. And just make sure you get your latch underneath this groove, and this just slides out. Super simple. Now, next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna remove, there's 4 Phillips heads, right? You got one here, here, down here, and here, right? Got a Phillips head screwdriver, so let's start pulling those out. All right, got all those screws out of there. So now what I'm gonna do is remove these 4 screws here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a Phillips head, start taking them off. Now I've gotten those loosened up and off of there. I got one more screw here and one more screw here. So now I'm going to take these 2 bottom ones out. Cool. Now I have my center console piece out. And actually, once I've removed those 4 screws, that should allow this piece right here to really come off. And now we're left really with this piece right here. This is our lid. Now I wish there was a company out there that made just a full replacement piece for this. I feel like they would just eat the market up completely if you could just take those screws out, put a new screws in, and have a whole new piece right there. Because you know, a lot of people are changing out these latches, things like that. If you could just swap them easily, that would be perfect. But instead, we got to change out this whole leather cover thing. So let me show you guys how we're going to do that. All right, so now we're inside on the workbench. You can see I got my whole center console piece sitting here. What we're going to do is actually start to work on the bottom of this piece. Now with that, there are staples that hold in all of this bottom piece right here. This is all the leather pieces here. So we got to get those staples out of there so we can put the new piece in here. Now I'm just going to get my little tool in here and see if I can start working out these staples. So boom, there go one right there. Set that over to the side. Let's start working on the next one. I'm going to go ahead and take out all these staples. I'll get back to you guys as soon as I'm done with that. All right, I believe I got all the staples out of this thing. The method I was using was taking this piece, prying up a staple. Once it popped out on one side, taking needle nose pliers, grabbing it, pulling it the rest of the way out. Now, the method of getting this out now is going to be really just pulling it up as we work our way around. Sort of like so. Just got to work our way around this piece. They use a lot of little glue on the inside of this. That's what we're going to work out. Just like this, right? Slowly pull it over off this side, and then let's work on the next part. And just take your time. There could be some staples left in. Looks like we're good so far. As we work our way around. So I can see a staple that I left in right here. Just gonna grab it. Pull it out of there. All right, I think we got it all loose now. Now, flip it over, pull off this top piece. Here's the old piece, all out of there. Dusty looking vinyl. We don't need this anymore. All right, let's grab our next piece now. Let me show you guys what we're working with to replace that piece. And here's the new piece of vinyl. All I did was match it up to the old piece, same leather. Here it is right here. So new piece, old piece. You can see it has the same white stitching, a little bit different on the sides here, right? So this has like a double stitching happening on both sides there. This one, it was sort of a rolled in stitching. That's all right. Now it's time to put the new piece on. Now what I recommend is for you guys to take your time when you're doing this, right? There's no rush. If you got to take your car out for a hot date, yo, go grab a different vehicle, borrow someone's car. Just take your time when you're doing this install. And I'll show you guys little tricks that I found online to use when you're doing this install as well. All right, so we're pretty much working in reverse. You can see this piece right here. It has this little back flap, and then you have an opening up here. This is going to be where your latch is, right? Our latch is here. So when we put this new piece on top, we want to cover it up around here, but leave that opening for where the latch is. Let me go ahead and put this on. So now you can see we're bunched up in some of these corners. So what I'm going to do is sort of try to flatten that out as much as I can. All right, so this next step is essential here. I'm rocking with this tool right here. This is going to be what I'm going to use in order to get this new piece on. And this is a cordless stapler. I picked this thing up from Harbor Freight. I'm hoping this thing works out really well for us. Hopefully it has enough power. If not, then I'm going to use a manual stapler. I've heard great reviews from this, and they always recommend the cordless when you're doing this type of work on the upholstery. Let's see how it works out. And if you guys don't know, typically when I'm doing anything that's tedious, it leaves a lot of work done with it, and it's meticulous work. I always leave it up to my wife. She has a bit more patience than I do. We're going to give it a shot. Even if this thing turns out half as good as it looks stock, I'm happy. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to work with this one piece here. I'm going to sort of fold it in. Just tuck it in nice and tight as I can. See how tight I can get this thing. And I'm going to staple it. Look like a staple went through it. We got it punched in there. This is what it's looking like on top. I may actually end up tightening that piece up a little bit more. And all I'm going to do is work my way around and staple this thing in. You guys can see I got these staples in right here. Looks horrible on the bottom, but on the top, this side is starting to look real nice and snug and tight. Now I'm going to work my way around the rest of it. All right, you guys can see I've gotten all these staples in here. A lot of staples. I actually ended up throwing 2 screws in the back down here because I could not get the staples to go through in here. Just straight up being honest with you guys. Now I'm flipping it over. Here's the essential piece. I ended up grabbing this piece that we pulled out earlier. This has to sit on the inside of this, right? Go down over the front of this, and it sits down inside of here. Biggest thing you're going to run into is these things, and I've seen this on all of them, they have a bit of extra material, it seems like, on the inside here. So what we got to do is we may have to actually trim some of this out in order to get this to sit nice and flush in there. All right, now up front here and on your piece down here, there's hooks. These hooks have to go inside of the little loops down here. So you set one hoop in, go to your other side, set the other hook in, and then it flips back. You're going to push it down square onto this piece here, and you're going to look on the bottom. You're going to look at your 4 screw holes. I see 1. I'm not seeing this one. I see 2. I see 3. That means I got a little bit too much fabric in this space here. So what I'm going to do is actually trim this piece up a little bit more just to open that up and be able to get to the hole. Now let's see. We got 1 hole, 2 hole, 3 and 4. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my screws back into place. Little screws, push it in. Alrighty, this is sort of what the finished product is looking like. You can see there's a bit of little wrinkles in here. I mean, I'm sure if you wanted to tighten this up a bit more, you can take some of your staples out, pull it just a bit tighter to get this thing looking fully smooth. I'm pretty happy with the way that this looks right now. This is going to be on my side. It's sort of where my elbow will rest. This is going to feel a lot nicer than all of those little cuts and grooves and things like that really eating into my elbow. I'm going to clean this middle area up, get this thing back into the car. Now, if this piece was really bothering you, what you could also do is take those screws back out of this middle part. Instead of taking all your staples out, and reach underneath here and tuck it in with extra foam, right? Get some extra foam, tuck it in so that way you fill in any of these little voids here. It'll be nice and poofy, nice and flat, and that's always an option for you as well. But this is just my truck. I just sort of really whip it around. I don't do much with it. This is fine for it. Let's move back over to the truck and get this installed. All right, so now all we're gonna do is work in reverse. So I got my piece here with my latch, right? I got my pieces sitting inside of here. We're gonna get our 6 screws back into this piece so that way we can start tightening it down. Now that we've gotten all those screws back in place, we're gonna put this piece back on here. We're gonna sit this bottom in first, coming up with it. Now in order for this piece to fit in, this is where I'm gonna take my scissors and actually cut any of the pieces that these little nubs have to go into. And those are going to be these guys right here. Right? And they work their way all the way around. You can see it on this piece where they stick in at. So give me 1 second. I'll go ahead and cut those and then I'll show you the finished product. So I went around, snipped all the pieces in there. So let's see if we can get this guy to fit in here nice and flush now. All right, guys, I've gotten the bottom piece all popped into place. You can see right here, honestly, doesn't look that bad. Around here, you can see obviously some wrinkles. I think I may do what I was recommending, where you go in there and actually take this piece off, stuff it in with some foam just to fill this out, fill out any wrinkles. Bro, this feels, compared to what I had before though, this thing feels a million times better. And I don't know who I'm kidding. I'm probably not going to go in this thing, fill it up with foam and everything like that, because I was riding around with that thing for years with cracks in there, cutting up my elbow, things like that. This addition right here makes it a million times better, a million times better. This feels so good on the elbow. Oh man, I love this thing. I don't know what took me so long to do this. I was actually sitting on this vinyl piece for probably about 6 months, 7 months, 8 months maybe. I don't know, it was a while that I've had this and I never installed it because I don't like doing upholstery work too much. But man, this thing feels like I should have did this a year ago. Oh man, this is nice. So pretty much coming up to the end of this thing, what do I rate the install? Out of 10, how hard is it? I would say honestly, it's probably around a 5 or 6. It's not hard to install. It does take a lot of time. It's tedious, really working with it, and you got to make sure you have the right tools. One big thing, that cordless stapler, a million times. It works amazing. Second off, you're going to want a nice pair of these scissors right here. It makes cutting that vinyl, that upholstery, so much easier with something like this. I'll make sure I leave links in the description for this to install or to get this piece. I think I paid under $40 for this little vinyl piece here. What I recommended, if you have this issue and it really bothers you, definitely. If you cannot find, right, and this is the one caveat, if you cannot find a replacement cover for this piece, I'm talking whole lid, so that way you only got to remove 6 screws, put the other 6 screws in, and you got a whole new lid, no issues and no cuts there. This right here though, if you can't find one on eBay or someone selling it at a junkyard, yeah, this was definitely well worth it. Saved a ton of money compared to if I were to go to a upholstery place. They would have charged me a couple $100 just to change this out. It's not worth it to me. This is a work truck for me. Now, if you use your truck as like a show truck or something like that, definitely go get the upholstery work done, or take your time when you're putting this thing on here and stuff it in with foam so that way you can fill out any of the extra areas where the material is bunched up at. But as you guys can see, million times better. Look at that thing. Sheesh. Feels amazing too. Just putting the arm down on there. I don't know why I waited so long to do this thing. If you use any of these links, it helps the channel out. Anyways, it's your boy Chevy. We've signed out with another video. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, okay. What's up? I've been on a paper chase for months. I've been on a marathon for months. All in all, I can't just get enough. I know. What's up? I've been on a paper chase for months. know I can't just get enough.